say hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the Saturday workout. If today is your first time, please make sure to let us know. Hi, everybody. Althea, I sent out your tank. You should have gotten it by now or any day soon. Hi, everybody. Joanne, Kathy, Kelsa Trom is here. I love it. Kirsten, Laura, Leela, hello. Lynn Diamond, hello. Monica. Oh, everybody is here today, guys. Oh my God, I'm so excited for today's workout. I got a brand new workout for you. I got my earpod microphone charged up. All right, listen, guys. It's full on hunting season. My dad is making me wear this fluorescent orange because this is like the biggest hunting season of the day. And there are so many hunters on the property. So just to give you guys a heads up, if somebody emerges from behind me, don't be surprised, but I think we're okay. Most of the people around here know that I'm here, but that is why I'm wearing this ridiculous hunting vest. I said, Dad, don't you have a hat I could wear? And he's like, no, you're going to wear this hunting vest. And I'm like, no one is stupid enough to confuse me with a deer. And he's like, you might be surprised. So welcome. If you're watching this in playback, hello. Welcome to the Saturday workout. I have a brand new workout, guys. It's a good one. Let's get ready. Get your shoes on, get some water nearby, put some music on in the background. You are going to need a set of light dumbbells, a set of heavy dumbbells, and a resistance band. I will give you some variations for each of the exercises. We've got a new format today. We are going to be doing compound complex monster sets. So what that means is we've got 3 exercises that we're doing back to back with no rest in between. Then we're going to take rest for about 20 to 30 seconds. We will repeat this compound for a total of 2 times. If you want a harder workout today, you're not going to take any rests and you're going to repeat 3 compound sets today where we're going to only be doing 2 in total. Each compound includes a bit of a cardio burst. So we're going to get the heart rate up. If you're wearing your heart rate monitor, I would love for you to share with me what your heart rate is doing during the cardio segment. And I'll make sure I give you guys some modifications for some of the exercises. Let's go. Take your feet separated, knees are soft. Take a big inhale up. Exhale it out, 2 more like this. On your inhale, I want you to really think about stretching up to the sky. Stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale it out. 1 more, really actively lengthen yourself up super, 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 super high. Exhale it out. Left hand comes up over your head, reach to the sky. Lengthen the space from your rib cage to your hip. Opposite hand for support. Press up. The more you press upward, the more you're going to activate that transverse abdominis muscle that I always talk about, super important. Take a slight lean over for a big stretch today, feeling down into that hip flexor. Actively drawing inward through the front of your torso and chest. Inhale up, switch arms, hand comes down, reach up to the sky, actively lengthen yourself as long as possible, stretching that space from rib cage to hip bone. Lean over for a deep stretch, deep stretch using your opposite hand for support. Exhale it down, keep your feet separated. Let's come into spinal rotation. As you look over your shoulder, activate the glute of the leg that you're turning away from. This anchors your pelvis. It also helps to warm up the glute. And I want you to try and look all the way behind you. Let your spine come into such full rotation that you can look all the way behind you, keeping your abdomen drawn in. Now, listen, this should feel really good. It releases tension through the hips and the lower spine. And it also just helps to slowly start to bring your heart rate up. And it also activates that transverse abdominis muscle that I always talk about. Really squeeze the glute on the leg you're turning away from. Okay, squeeze that glute. And 2 more. Exhale it out. Bring your feet together. Bring your weight onto one leg. Find your balance. You might be wobbly for a moment, and that's okay. That's actually what we're going for here. For the first 10 to 15 seconds, your body is going to be a bit wobbly with this exercise. So find your balance. Then you're going to sit down into a partial squat, tap the floor, come up, tap down, and find your balance. Sit into a partial squat, tap the floor, find your balance. So repeat 10 times on this leg. And just remember, this could very easily turn into a bend over. You're not bending over. You're actually sitting down to activate your right leg, provided you're mirroring me. And it really is about deepening the angle at the ankle, the knee, and the hip here. So sit deeply, keeping your foot in full contact with the floor, tapping down for balance. One more. Same thing on the other leg. Find your balance first. Whenever you're practicing single leg balancing exercises, keep this knee soft because that helps all of the muscles up and down the kinetic chain to activate. There's going to be a tendency, you'll know you really need to work on this exercise if you need to lock your knee. If you need to lock your knee, that's a red flag that you need to work on bending the knee to activate the quadricep and the hamstring. Partial squat, tap the floor, and then tap down. And again, partial squat, 10 times, sitting deeply into your left leg. Technically, this is a single leg squat. And then we just add that floor tap to give a little bit of a dynamic and active stretch to the hamstring on this leg. At the top, you can also squeeze your glute here, big glute squeeze. But the focus of this is to really sit deeply into that single leg squat with the left leg. Let's do one more. And take your feet separated. Feet are truly parallel to each other. Keep them parallel. Don't let your toes turn open. Bend your knees. Press your hips back, drawn through your abdomen. And we're going to come side to side, really reaching your hips back. Sit back deeply. Really press those hips back. You should begin to feel an awesome stretch right here already. And this is a great place for all of us to warm up with maybe 6, 8, or 10 reps. Then let's go a bit deeper, bringing your hand all the way to sweep across the floor, sitting deeply, staying heavy on the heels, keeping your toes relaxed. And take a look down, compare your feet. Are they staying parallel, or is one foot starting to migrate into an open position? If it is, that's an indication that that leg is a bit weak. So for example, as you look down, if your right foot is migrating open, that's an indication that there's a weakness in your right leg. So pull that foot back, keep them parallel, really sit heavy into the heels. 2 more. And we're going to go through one of my favorite range of motion stretch complexes, and I've added a fun little twist to it. So feet together, you're going to reach up. I want you to step back into a full lunge with your knee on the ground, okay? From here, you're going to circle up and just reach up and hold, okay? Now, you're going to take one elbow forward towards your foot, and it's the opposite arm to the foot that's in front. And you're going to try and bring your elbow down to the ground so you're in a deep stretch. Press off your front leg and bring that arm up over you, opposite hand back to your heel so that you're in a twist. And we're going to repeat this 5 times. Come down, elbow to the ground. Rotate up into the greatest stretch ever right here. And again, elbow to ground, press off the front leg, back hand to back heel so you're in a twist. Elbow to ground, press off the front leg, big opening, look up to the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are. And we've got one more here, really opening up through that hip. So good to activate the back postural muscles and relax. Both hands up. And from here, we're just going to bring your hands forward, step forward, arms up, and reverse other leg back. Stepping back, knee down, scooping up to hold. We start with this stretch first, opening up that hip flexor, Chest is up, lifting your energy towards the sky. The opposite arm to the leg that's in front, elbow down, and press back. Back hand to your heel as you arc up in a slight twist, 5 times. Here's 2, elbow to the ground. Press off your front leg, hand to heel. Reach up, 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 up. And again, elbow down, hand to heel, opening up that chest, getting such a great stretch through the hip flexor, but also really great activation in those postural muscles. Elbow to the ground, reach up, super tall, hand on that back heel. Keep your back toe tucked if you can. That's ideal. One more time, elbow down. Press off your front leg, keep that back toe tucked. Big reach. And both hands up. Both hands forward. Step forward, reach up, listen up, step back into a lunge, step forward, and alternate. Lunge, reach, lunge, big reach. I want you to really think about reaching super high when you step together here, because the lengthening and the active reach is what triggers that transverse abdominis. You've heard me talk about it a million times, but it's super important because that guy is the one that gets weak. It's also the muscle that's responsible for activating your core inward. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. And walk it out. Keep your legs moving, move about. Okay, guys, taking a gamble. It's hot. These things are warm, holy moly. But we're gonna go like this. So hopefully someone will see that. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on, I'm gonna put it around my camera. Hopefully we don't have any dum-dums in the area. Okay, so first complex compound monster set, guys. You need a lighter set of dumbbells. Lighter set of dumbbells, grab 2 of them. Let me show you the first 3 exercises, then we'll begin. First exercise, knees and toes out, dumbbells stay together, plie and stand. Plie and stand. Okay, first exercise. Second exercise, 45 degrees at your elbow, bent arm, side raise, 15 reps. Dumbbells go down. Last exercise is a simple, starting to bring the heart rate up, bounce and drop, bounce and drop, bounce and drop, okay? That's all it is to start to bring in some intensity exercises. And then for the cardio, the third cardio exercise, they're gonna intensify throughout this workout. Okay, grab your dumbbells, 5, maybe 8-pound dumbbells, toes out, plie squat, ends of your dumbbells together, chest is up, here we go. 15, more or less, depending on your fitness ability today, your energy today, and where you are in your fitness journey. More or less, the heavier the weight you're using, the fewer the reps you can do. If you want to use heavy dumbbells and just do 10 or 12 repetitions, totally cool. I want you working about 20% harder today than today's ability, whatever that means. Fitness ability, energy, whatever it may be. 20% harder, not 100% harder. Sitting heavy into those heels, chest stays up. Okay, 3 more. Press your knees back. And 1 more, feet together, 45-degree bend at the elbows, side raise. 15, again, more or less. Not an ideal exercise to be doing more than 10 pounds. If you got 10-pound dumbbells, great. But I don't want you going much heavier than 10 pounds on this exercise. I'd rather you switch it to a different exercise. Take a look out and make sure your elbows are at 45 degrees. 45 degree, a true bend, and that your upper arm is directly out from your shoulder. Wrists nice and straight. Don't let those wrists drop or lift. Nice and straight wrists. And 2 more. And dumbbells down. And we're gonna go into 20 seconds of just light to moderate, beginning to bring up a little bit of impact exercises, okay? So this is gonna be our little cardio burst here, just literally bouncing, arms up and down. We got about 20 seconds, preparing the feet and the ankles, and also getting the heart rate up. Make those arms really, really big, the more you want a higher intensity workout. Getting the heart rate up, getting your breathing going, and about 5 seconds. Walk it out. We've got a short break. Otherwise, please go ahead and get started with your second compound set. Going back to your plie exercise. These 3 exercises, we're gonna do a total of 2 circuits, 2 complexes, but you're invited to do 3 if you would like to do that. No rest in between. The rest of us take a little bit of a rest so that you can recover, so that on your second set, you can consider working harder. Listen, those of you guys doing 3 sets, 3 complex compound sets, each set should get harder. And if it doesn't, you've got to change it. This is not a cardio workout. This is a strength building workout. So make sure if that first set was comfortable, grab yourself some heavier dumbbells. I finally got myself some heavier dumbbells and I got more on the way. Okay, second set, let's go. Toes open, knees soft, dumbbells together, chest is up, 15. Squeeze your booty at the top. Tuck your pelvis under, squeeze your butt. 15, super deep at the bottom, chest stays up. Okay, is this comfy? Is this doable? If so, drop those dumbbells and get heavier ones. Remember, you gotta challenge yourself if you're going to get stronger. You don't just get stronger from showing up. You do to some degree, but at some point, in order to get better, you've got to expose your body to progressively more challenging effort levels, okay? And you can do that in a variety of ways, but the ways that I want you to do it is by using heavier weight loads. So each workout should be a little bit harder. Each set should be a little bit harder. 2 more. Feet together, elbows bent, bent arm, side raise. Depending on the weight load, you can give me a bit of a pause at the top right here. If you're using 8 to 10 pound dumbbells, you don't have to pause at the top. Big pause right there. If you've got 3, 5, 6, 7, even maybe 8 pound dumbbells, little pause at the top. Even though we're lifting upward, I want you to make sure that your shoulder girdle is releasing downward. Long neck, shoulders low. Shoulders back in space and shoulders down towards your hips. 2 more. 1 more. And let's go for that cardio burst. 20 seconds of bouncing. If you want to work a bit harder, you can also jog in place if you prefer. 20 seconds here. My dad was convinced that if I was out here doing this, someone would think that my sweatshirt is a deer's tail. It's possible. I know it's possible. But I was like, come on, really? Really? Are people not looking? It's possible. I think we're okay though. I'm pretty close to the house. Okay guys, couple seconds. Not good to get your heart rate up. Such a simple move, but it totally works. Walk it out. Please don't stop moving. Anytime you brought your heart rate up or anytime you've come up off the ground, make sure you keep moving or you lift your knees like I am. Let me show you the next 3 exercises. Heavier dumbbells. First exercise. Feet are hip width distance apart. Toes turned open. Dumbbells at your sides. I'll show you from the side. Full squat into a press. Full squat into a press, first exercise. Second exercise, RDL position, dumbbells back. Pausing at the top, keeping your neck in alignment with your spine. You're not looking forward. Chin is at 90 degrees to your neck. Dumbbells go down. Third exercise, basic jumping jacks, 20 to 30 seconds. I can give you a lower intensity variation if you need it. Okay, you guys ready? Hang on. I was dressed for the winter today and I got me some sweat going. Okay, you guys ready? Grab those dumbbells, slightly heavier dumbbells. Squat and press first. Hip distance apart, toes open slightly. Slightly. Here we go. Sit, press, 15, more or less, depending on your ability today and depending on the weight load you're using. You don't have to tap the floor with the dumbbells. You might hear or see that I'm able to do that. You don't have to, especially if you have longer legs or limited flexibility. Heavy into your heels. Two more. And feet together. RDL position, knees bent, arching your back, dumbbell row. Depending on your weight load, pause. Shoulders back in space and down. This is a shoulder exercise. Now listen, we're targeting the back muscles, but it's how you use your shoulders that dictates the quality of this exercise. So bring your shoulder blades together, pinch them together, and pull them back. Simultaneously, your chest is going to reach forward. 15 with a pause. 2 more. Dumbbells down, jumping jacks. Okay, I'm gonna give you a modification. You got 20 to 30 seconds. First option. Second option, full range of motion. Third option, lower intensity. Whichever works for you. If you don't want to be jumping, if you don't want the high intensity, this works. 20 to 30 seconds. Big arms. Any speed that feels right for you. And walk it out. Short break, or go ahead and begin your second circuit of this complex. Going back to that squat and press, dumbbell row, jumping jacks. How was that first set? If it was comfortable, please grab some heavier dumbbells. So this complex is designed to do slightly heavier dumbbells. So you should be working with 10s and up again, depending on your fitness journey, depending on your skill level. But everyone here, I want you working towards doing an exercise like this with 10-pound dumbbells. So if you're not there yet, that's your goal in the coming weeks or months, depending on your ability, okay? All right, guys, squat and press, round 2. Feet are separated, toes are open. Tummy drawn in, chest is out. Here we go. Sitting down and press. Really make sure that you're letting your hips reach back in space. Super, super, super important. Hips back in space. Draw through your heels. Super tall, sitting as deeply as it feels right for your body. Chest is up. Squeeze your glutes. There. Two more. Going right into bent over dumbbell row. Feet together, knees bent. Arch in your lower back, chin 90 degrees to your neck. It's fine. If you want to look forward, you can look forward, but do it with your eyes, not your head. Not here. Keep your chin in alignment to the neck, 90 degrees. It makes you stronger. So by putting your head in proper alignment to the spine, you're actually improving the ability of the entire kinetic chain. So you're making your upper body stronger for this exercise. Any exercise really, but this is the one that we're doing right now. Two more. Dumbbells down. Second round, jumping jacks. Pick your version. Here we go. Draw in through your abdomen, especially those of you that have a weaker bladder. Really focus on drawing inward through the base of your tummy, okay? It really helps to strengthen that pelvic floor. And walk it out. Lift your knees, move about your space, or begin your third complex of those exercises. Squat and press, dumbbell row, jumping jacks. While you move about your space, bring your heart rate down a little. Let me demonstrate our next three moves. This is a good one, guys. This one's gonna get your heart rate up. Okay, heavier dumbbells requested. Both hands, feet together. We're gonna go reverse lunge, bicep curl, which is a hammer curl, meaning the palms face each other. Reverse lunge, alternating legs. Okay, 10, 12 to 15 on each leg for a total of 30 repetitions. Second exercise, both dumbbells up over your head, crisscross them together, coming into a tricep extension. Tricep extension. Elbows stay in place near your head. Elbows don't move, okay? Third exercise, this is a doozy. I will not be talking because you guys, this cardio move probably is the hardest one of them all for me personally, because it combines cardio, plyometrics, and a split squat. So feet start separated. Here, split squat jumps. Split squat jumps. I want you to jump as high as you possibly can. It's a doozy. Alternate option if you need a modification. Just do little scissor jumps in place, taking a break when you need to, walking about. Scissor jumps, okay, is your modification. Even if you feel you shouldn't be doing jumping exercises, I want everybody doing a little bit of impact because it's good for all of us. Let's go. Heavier dumbbells, reverse lunge, palms are facing you, feet together, knees soft. Let's go. Lunge, bicep curl. Lunge, bicep curl. Find the speed that works for you. The heavier your dumbbell, the slower you're going to move. Make sure you're drawing into your front heel. Technically, this is a front leg exercise. So really drive into that heel to bring you forward. Bicep curl, you don't really have to think about it too much. Just bring that dumbbell up to the front of the shoulder and you got a bicep curl, okay? I want you thinking more about what's going on with that front leg. That's where your mind is. $10, $12, $15 on each side, depending on your ability. A couple more, one more. Dumbbells together, give a crisscross, up over your head, tricep extension. 12, 15 or more, depending on your ability. How's that feeling? Feeling it all in the triceps. Oh, it feels so good today. Oh, that's the heaviest weight that I've used on my triceps for a while. It feels good, but it's definitely making me breathe, you guys. Okay, you ready? Split, squat, jumps. Remember, your variation modification, just do little scissor kicks if you need to. And you could do this for 10 and then take a break, 10 and then take a break. The rest of us, full split squat, jump. You've got 10, 12, 15 on each leg, which is a total of 20, 24, or 30 swaps. Ready? Here we go. You can also just do it for a matter of time. Use those arms to really make it a big, big jump. Jump up as high as you possibly can. Take it higher. Feel those quads. And walk it out when you're done. Keep it moving. Do not stop. Lift your knees in place. Short break. Then we will do a second set, or don't take a break. I dare you. Those of you guys who are doing 3 complexes, no break. Go right back into that reverse lunge, bicep curl. And you can also mix it up. I did a poll last weekend to hear how many of you guys are doing 2 supersets versus 3. Some of you are doing a mixture. You could do 2 on some, 3 on some other, mix it up. The point is that in totality, the workout is about 20% harder than what you feel like doing, okay? Cool. Second circuit, second complex. Here we go. Grab the dumbbells that are right, feet together, knees soft, reverse lunge, bicep curl. Make sure you're thinking about that front leg. When you're done, going into band. Sorry, I was going to make it a band. I've got band written down. Dumbbell, tricep extension. Crisscross up over your head. Keep your abs drawn in. Elbows stay near the sides of your head. Now, those elbows are going to move a little, but you really don't want them widening out, and you really don't want them to move a lot. A little bit of movement to accommodate natural mechanics works, but you don't want major change in the positionality of your elbows. Okay, 3 more. And you guys ready? Split squat jumps. Who's ready? Who loves these? No one. I mean, they feel good and they're super effective, but boy, they are challenging. Make your modifications as you need to. Ready? Feet separated to begin. Using your hands to support you, lifting up super high. Here we go. Make it big. Walk it out when you need to, or when you've hit your max, depending on how intensely and how effortfully you're working. Take a break mid-set if you need to. The harder you work, the fewer you'll do, and that's accurate because it is a higher intensity exercise. Take a break or begin your third complex. Next 3 exercises. You'll need a resistance band. Let me demonstrate. One of my favorites of all. Can you guess? Probably not, because I have about 45 favorite exercises. But this is one of my favorites. You're gonna grab your band and you're gonna make sure that you hold it equidistant, about 4 to 6 inches from your handles. You don't want a lot of space between your hands. Then under your forefoot, right under your forefoot, toes are turned open slightly, and you're gonna come up for an RDL. Hip hinge, stand, squeeze your glutes. Hip hinge, stand, squeeze your glutes. Notice the depth that my hands are going. They only go to mid shin. They do not go down to my ankles. RDL number 1. Number 2, all you gotta do is just release your band, grab your handles, bicep curl with the palms forward, which is called a supinated bicep curl, okay? Bicep curl, third exercise, definitely one of my other favorites. Feet together, sitting nice and low, side jumps, starting out conservatively, then increasing your intensity as we go. Let's go. Grab your band, shorten it, 4 to 6 inches, depending on your band, obviously, but go ahead and step on it. You want tension between your feet. You want your toes turned open slightly, and you want tension here at the bottom. Stand to begin. Knees bent, hips and booty back, slide, stand, squeeze your glutes, 15. Hips back, squeeze your glutes. Please make sure you're finishing the exercise here. I've been watching a lot of fitness influencers on YouTube, and these days, the young girls that are in their 20s and 30s, it's all about the booty, right? And so a lot of girls are doing partial reps like this, and they're keeping They're not finishing out their exercise. And while there might be a time and a place for that, it's really not good form or good technique. So you always want to finish out your hips by getting them under you, allowing a slight tuck, and squeezing your glutes. Really important for hip function and knee health. Doing what I just showed you a moment ago really contributes to that quad dominance that I talk about a lot of times. And a lot of these girls are getting into knee issues because of the quad dominance, because they're training for their glutes. They're not training for total body function. Squeeze those glutes, 2 more, 1 more. Going into band bicep curl. Just let your band slide, grab your handles. If that's too much resistance, shorten your band, palms forward. Supinated, palms forward, okay? 15. Chest is up, elbows stay near your sides. 10, 12, 15, depending on your resistance band and depending on your ability today. Okay, cardio burst, feet together, drop your body weight low, start conservatively. Once you've got your rhythm and your balance, you can then cover more distance. Make it big, make it a hair enthusiastic or explosive. Just make sure that you are covering the ground, okay? Cover the ground by lifting up a hair so that you don't trip. Really easy to catch your foot as you're jumping across. I do it all the time because you do want to stay low to the ground. But if you've got great traction on your shoes and you've got a tactile surface, there's a tendency to catch and potentially roll an ankle or trip. So please, guys, safety first. But when you feel good, when you feel ready, make this bigger. Make it big, get that heart rate up. Cover more distance. Make it more explosive. One more, and keep moving. Or please begin your second complex. I'm so sad. It's official. My microphone, AirPods have reached their life expectancy. I have to buy new AirPods. I was shopping for them earlier today and they're on sale. Black Friday sales, 20% off Apple AirPods, guys. Anyone who's in the market for buying them, Best Buy, 20% off. So my point is to say, I might lose my microphone when we get to our walking lunge workshop, and I'll just recharge them very quickly, guys. So stick around. If this is your first time here, stay after the workout for our walking lunge workshop. Second round, you ready? Okay, grab that band. We've got 5 complexes today. This is number 4. One more set here. Starting from the top, toes are open, knees are soft. It's a hip hinge and then a glute squeeze. This exercise will fix you. If you really learn to perform this exercise properly, this exercise will change your life. It's unbelievable what it does for good body alignment. It's great for hamstring flexibility. It's so good to fire up the glutes. It stretches the hip flexors. It's good for core and lower back strength. Such a good exercise. Then, if you transition this to a barbell version, it ends up becoming really productive for your back muscles as well. Anytime that I've been more advanced in my RDL practice, my upper back ends up looking so incredible. Great exercise right here. 10, 12, 15, depending on your ability. You could do more if you want to. If you prefer to do 20 or 25, that's totally cool for the nature of this workout. 2 more. And bicep curl. You can leave your band or you can shorten it depending on the heaviness and the resistance of your band. Also, the length of your legs. Listen, if you've got longer legs, you're going to be stretching your band out, right? So your band here would have to cover more distance. If you've got long arms and long legs, that's going to make this exercise a whole lot harder than for someone who is a little bit shorter than you or who has shorter limb lengths. 15 in total. 3 more. And 1 more set. Side jumps. Band is aside. Start with your feet together. Drop into a partial squat here, okay? Lower your center of gravity. Tummy drawn in, nice and tight. Big distance. Even though this is your second set, please still start conservatively until you get your mojo. Once you got your groove, you can make it bigger. Nice and low. Really cover some distance here. Big distance. Try to go another inch farther. Try to push off that leg a bit more explosively. It's all about pushing off the outside leg. Pushing off. It's that outside leg that is driving you. It's not the inside leg reaching. It's the outside leg pushing, okay? Explosively driving off the heel, the full foot to get great hip and glute action here. And walk it out when you've reached your number, keeping the legs going. We've got 1 more complex. We are down on the ground. Heavier set of dumbbells, or if you have circular weight plates, grab them. This way. I'm working on a pretty substantial hill here, and so I'm always particular about which direction I go for which exercises. Let me show you these 3 exercises. Heavier dumbbells nearby. You'll want one of them. Heels come up and touch your fingertips. Lift and move away. Okay, actually stay there, guys. I want to adjust my camera so that you can see me a little bit more since I'm down on the ground. There we go. Okay, heels touch your fingertips, then lift your heels, move them away. Slight arch on your lower back, tuck the pelvis under, abdomen tight, 1 dumbbell across your hips, glute bridge. Toes are turned open slightly, pausing at the top. Second exercise, grab your other dumbbell, shoulders pushing towards your hips, down towards the ground, slight bend in the elbow, chest fly. Third exercise, dumbbells are at your sides, hands at your head. You're gonna crunch up, legs in, bicycle alternating side to side, 10, 12, 15 on each leg for a total of 30 if that works for you. Okay, heels tap your fingertips, move your feet away, toes are open, pelvis tucked under slightly, heavier dumbbell on your hip bones, letting your hands provide some support, and give me a pause at the top. Make sure that you are tucking your pelvis under slightly at the top. Pause and really squeeze your glutes. Drive into your heels. Tuck that pelvis under. The more you tuck your pelvis back, okay, back towards you, the more you're gonna feel it in your glutes. Keep your toes relaxed. Really focus on driving into the heels. This is all about pressing into your heels, all about the pause at the top, and it's all about getting a little bit of that posterior pelvic rotation, the tuck under, to make sure that you're really hitting in on the glutes. It's also going to give you a bit of a stretch here in your hip flexor. 2 more. Grab your other dumbbell, shoulders pressed towards your hips, dumbbells up over you, shoulders aggressively to your hips, elbows slightly bent, chest fly, bring them together. Now, you want to give me a little bit of pause when those dumbbells are down towards the ground. But here's the thing, don't fully release the pressure of your arms and the tension on your muscles. Don't totally release to the ground. Even if your upper arms are fully on the ground, even if your upper arms are touching the ground here, keep the tension on your chest and your biceps, okay? Pausing at the bottom, bringing your shoulder blades together. Make sure your shoulders are pressing down towards your hips. You'll feel this exercise so much more if you press your shoulder blades to your hips. And yes, if you feel it between your shoulder blades, that's actually accurate. 1 more. Dumbbells to your chest, then dumbbells to your sides, hands at your head, crunch up, knees up, bicycles. Keeping your shoulders up off the ground, exhaling. So each leg is 1 repetition, and you're going to go for 20, 24, or 30, or more if you want. But just make sure you've got really good quality movement here. Don't just go for more, go for quality. Keep your shoulders up. And relax knees to chest. Just gently roll side to side. If you don't want the rest phase, go ahead and start your second set of glute bridge with a heavier dumbbell if you need it. We're just going to take a short little break, letting the back muscles relax before we go into our second complex. It is the most beautiful day ever here. And let me tell you, we earned it because it was rainy, like ugly, dark, and dreary. It's so depressing this week, you guys. Oh my goodness. It's so nice to have the sunshine. Okay, you guys ready? Fingertips to heels, lift them away, turn your toes open, grab your dumbbell, pelvis under slightly, pause at the top. 15 more or less, depending on where you are today. Now, if you are maxed out with your dumbbell, but you want to work harder, put a circle band around your knees. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Really tucking that pelvis under. One of my top 45 exercises for sure. Another exercise that will just fix you. This exercise is so valuable. It fixes so many issues. This is inside of the glutes project for that very reason. It's one of the best ways to really hit your glutes. And let's do 2 more. And grab that other dumbbell, shoulders towards your hips, palms together, elbows bent. Bring your shoulder blades together. So here at the bottom, even though you're opening your arms away from each other in this widened position, Here, you still want to suck your shoulder blades inwards towards each other. Follow me, try it at the bottom. Pull your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Technically, it starts at the top. So right here, suck your shoulder blades towards each other and lock them in place before you move. You actually do not want your shoulder blades moving on this exercise. Again, there might be other people out there in the world that tell you to widen your shoulder blades. I personally don't think it's productive unless you're super advanced. There might be a time and a place for it, but it still really isn't technically proper alignment for the body. You want to be able to improve shoulder function by anchoring your shoulder girdle medially in towards your spine. 2 more. 1 more. And we got those beloved bicycles next. Dumbbells down. Crunch up first so that you get a really good contraction in your abdomen before you bring your legs up. And then we start from the top. Here we go. 2. And 10 more if you're doing 30. And relax, knees to chest, rolling side to side, just to relax out your back, or please go ahead and begin your 3rd and final set. Those of you guys that are with me, pull your knees in towards your chest and you're just gonna roll side to side, maybe 8 to 10 times. Then you're gonna roll fully onto your side. Move your dumbbell if it's in the way. Roll onto your side and you're gonna come up to a staggered position. I'm gonna take you through a couple of stretches and then I hope you will stick around for Walking Lunge Workshop. It's the highlight of the weekend. Okay, so from here, you've got foot into knee and then open out that back leg a little bit. Not quite a 90-degree angle, but ish. Okay, then there's gonna be a tendency to sit here, drop into this hip, okay, and take a lean over. Gonna feel a little awkward, a little tight, depending on your flexibility, but most of us, this is gonna be a little tight. And the whole name of the game is to drop downward into this hip, okay? And then stretch into it, heavy into this hip and getting a stretch through this side. Another exercise that will heal you. It really will. Such a good stretch right here. And relax, switch sides. Sole of the foot to the leg, open this leg out so that you've almost got a 90-degree angle and then drop into that hip. You'll notice that one side's gonna be able to do it better than the other side. That's normal. Hand on your foot, coming into an arch. Big deep inhale. Such a good workout today, guys. Oh, so good, so good, so good, right? And relax. Okay, hands and knees. This is an exercise for everyone, but it's extra good if you're gonna do walking lunges. Hands under the shoulders, arch your lower back. Give me a big arch. Really give me some curvature here. Super, super, super good. You're tilting your pelvis up towards the ceiling and you're letting your tummy drop down towards the ground. Then reverse, round it as much as you possibly can. Round, round, round. Now come to neutral, feet together, knees together. Take a look between your legs and make sure your feet are symmetric. Tuck your toes and come back and sit onto those toes. And I want you to rock back and forth to the degree that you've got the mobility in your feet. So if you can rock all the way to bringing your toes to the ground, please do so. If this is super uncomfortable on your forefeet and your toes, then you can just, you know, there were times where this was painful for me. Just earlier this year, you guys, probably back in February, this was painful for me. I mean, this was excruciating, honestly. And now, because we've been working on this every single week, I know I've been working on it with you guys here, and then I've been working on it midweek, I'm able to actually get into this full position here. And some days on a good day, today's an okay day, I'm able to fully sit up onto my toes, and it's so much better. So it really is something that you have to work on. Super valuable, so important for foot health, but it's also reflective of what's going on up the rest of the body. So from here, come into a crouched position. Please stand up. Lift your knees 10 times. And feet separated. Let's take a couple deep inhales up. Exhale it out. Exhale it out. One more, hands up. Stay here. Exhale, interlock your fingers, bring them behind your head. Extend your elbows back. Lift your chin. Extend your chest forward. And relax it out. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout. I love you. I love the fact that you work out with me every Saturday. Listen up. I'm having some technology issues. I might have trouble getting this recording up onto our page by tomorrow, but if you're watching this on the recording page, I guess it worked. So for the rest of you guys that want to stick around for the walking lunge workshop, please do so. The rest of you have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you next week. Okay, guys, let's do our walking lunges. Now, if you're new to what we're doing today, let me explain the walking lunge workshop, okay? These are extended body weight walking lunges. This is not strength work. We do these body weight only. The name of the game is to, over time, teach your body to be able to do more extended walking lunges. If you're here for the first time, you're going to start with 20 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 20. Each weekend, you're going to add another 10 steps. We've got some women that are doing 20. We've got some women that are doing 30, 40, 50, 60, up to 300 at this point. Broad range of fitness levels here. And you'll also notice that it might change from week to week for you. So the name of the game is to go slow enough that your body is able to, let's call it regenerate from step to step. So we actually do go a little bit more slowly through the walking lunges. On this first set, I'm going to go off my microphone and recharge it. And then I will join you for the second set because I can hear that my microphone is dying on me. So let me get you started, and then I'm going to go silent. So start with your feet together. Knees are soft. You're going to take a big step out, hands on the front leg, step together, squeeze your glute. There's 1. Hands on the front leg, squeeze your glute. There's 2. 3. 4. Please count out your own repetitions. 6. I don't know how many I'm going to do today. 7. I think I'm going to start with 60 and see where we are. 8. 9. And continue.
And there's 20. It's 24. 40. And here's 48. I'm going to go for 60 and then take a short break. If you're taking a short break, take the short break that you need, and then you'll begin your second set. All right. Those of you guys that are doing 60 with me or 40 or 50, high five. We take a short little bit of a break, 2 to 3 minutes-ish. Then you do your second set, repeating exactly what you did your first set. If some of you are doing more extended sets, if you're up at 180, 120, 200, 300, consider swapping over to doing it for a number of times. Maybe it's 3 minutes, then 4 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 6 minutes. If you have swapped over to doing it for time, let me know where you are minutes wise. I would recommend starting with about 4 minutes and then working up, adding a minute every single weekend. Short little break in between. Let me talk about technique a little bit. This is a front leg exercise. So make sure that when you're stepping out, your body weight is slightly forward because that's about the front leg. And then make sure you finish the exercise by really squeezing through your glute before you take that next step forward. Front leg, squeeze the glute. Front leg, squeeze the glute. So there is a bit of a forward lean, just a tiny, tiny little bit. It's maybe a 10 to 15 degree, maybe even 25 degree angle forward so that you can focus on that front leg and then stand up. Remember guys, a walking lunge is basically a single leg squat. So there is a slight bit of forwardness on your chest. You just have to make sure that you stand up and finish it like I've been talking about. Okay, are we ready? Let's see if I can go back on my microphone. It should be charged up a little bit by now.
Let's do this. Second set, pick your number. Maybe you'll do more, maybe you'll do less than your first set. Whatever works for you. Feet together, knees bent, tuck your pelvis under. Here we go. Nice and slow, finding a rhythm where your body is basically able to recycle any lactic acid that's building up from the effort. So we intentionally do move a bit more slowly here because you'll find this is really about muscular endurance. And with muscular endurance, our goal is to try and go longer. If you're a runner or if you like to go on long walks, this is one of the best ways that you can improve your ability for walking and running, cycling as well, because those are technically muscular endurance activities. I know you might think running is cardio. It's technically muscular endurance. Yes, you get a cardiovascular training component for sure, but it's not purely cardio. And the truth is, most cardio activities aren't purely cardio, but running in particular is more of a muscular endurance exercise, giving you a cardiovascular training benefit. There is 24. And here is 48, going for 60. And that's 60. Those of you guys going for 70 or 80 or 90 or 100, go for it. For me, that is it today. 60 and 60 is perfect. I've had a bit of a training plateau past couple weeks, and I've been doing just 60 on the weekends. It's perfect for where I am right now. Then midweek, sometimes I'm able to repeat that exactly. My point is to say, you may also go through training cycles where sometimes your energy is really, really high and you're able to advance. And then inevitably, the longer you're consistent at your workouts, there's going to come a time where you just hit a training plateau. Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason. There probably is a rhyme or reason, but you're going to rack your brain trying to figure out what it is. And you just kind of go with it. That's where I am personally, working out some things with my biology. But the name of the game is anytime you hit a plateau, if you can just stay on that plateau, you're locking in your fitness from which you now have a new foundation to grow from when the time is right in the future. I'm so glad you were here with me today. If you have any questions, please use the chat box now. I would love to hear from you. How was the workout? How did it feel? How many walking lunges did you do? What did you love about the workout? What was challenging? Give me some feedback. I'd love to know. And let's have a quick chat. I'm putting my, oh no, you guys, I broke my phone. Oh, there's a crack in my phone. When did that happen? Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, you guys, have I been off camera for a while? Oh my God. Hold on. Looks like I have been off camera for a while. So sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Oh, we just got all these technology issues. Okay, if you are with me, please say hello. How were your lunges? Oh, I hope you heard me. Hi. Hi. Veronica, I see you. Talk to me, guys. Give me your questions.
Hi, Holly. Can I ask a quick question?
Yep.
I was wondering, when you were doing the jumping, like the cardio, and you talked a little bit about if you have problems like with like leaking or anything like that, what did you say to do when we're doing the cardio to not, to basically to strengthen the pelvic floor?
If you got bladder?
Yeah.
Pelvic floor and bladder? Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to think about, and you got to work at it, but basically what you want to think about is you want to think about drawing inward through the lower place of your pelvis here, drawing inward and then lifting upward. And it takes some practice. And for Veronica, for you in particular, it's probably going to be a bit more challenging because of what I suspect with your pelvic control in general, which we've talked about offline. So the essence is, and it can take some work, especially for those of you guys that are weak through the pelvic muscles, but in a relaxed position, and you might want to practice it while you're seated, the energy of it is drawing inward low on your pelvis and then
Did she leave? Uh-oh. We lost her audio. Holly, if you can hear us, you've got no audio. We can't hear you.